We talk
real
we speak,
radio.
We say what's real.
On Talk Real Radio.
On Real Talk.
Real talk.
On Talk Real Radio.
All right. So first off, I got to tell you something. It's been bothering me. People say Joe Biden is getting picked on. I don't think that's the case. What is happening is, if you want to know if anyone is for surely doing an injustice to Joe Biden, it would be the Democratic Party trying to make him run. Even if he wants to run. Not that I don't like Joe, but Joe's got issues. He's got problems. These videos you see of Joe, they're not made up. They're not digitally enhanced, or they're not tricking you. It's that man making errors because something is wrong. I don't understand how this baffles me. You got to be. I mean, seriously, do you not see the mistakes he's making? The things he can't spit out, the things he can't say? Your ears clogged or something? Well, I don't understand how this is even an issue of should he, shouldn't he, who's picking on who. This is nuts. And again, I got nothing against Joe. I like Uncle Joe. He's all right. He did a lot of good things in his day. He just can't do them anymore. He just can't. What is the... I don't understand this. Are you telling me that the Democratic Party literally only has Joe? That's it. Just Joe. No one else to run. No one else to make a statement. No one else to do whatever they're trying to get him to do. All the Democratic Party has is Joe. That is insane. Just saying. And you heard me before. I'm not going to stress on this. I mean, obviously, unless you're blind and deaf, there's no way you cannot see there is a problem in an issue. If you can't hear it, well, then you're just... I don't even know what the hell to tell you. You're daffy. You're impossibly, ignorantly in denial. Okay, here's another little blast of confusion I have. And it's really hard because I don't even know what to fucking tell you is the funny part. See, here's the thing. Okay, so you've got these mayors and you've got these people yelling and screaming and losing their minds about how the mayors are going to arrest. Like the mayor of Chicago just got on and said, listen, we're not playing. Don't make us make you look like a criminal. If you don't abide by the stay-at-home thing, we're going to arrest you, yada, 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 right? And I get it. I get it to a point. I really do. They're trying to place a United States law that we stay in the house for a couple of weeks so millions and millions and millions of people don't get sick. I get it. Now, there's a lot of things that have confused me about all of this, okay? Because first off, I'm not trying to be funny, but let's go back about a year and a half ago. Because I want to make sure we have ample time from this little crisis, okay? But I know for a fact, if I grabbed 100 people, I would guarantee, almost bet, if they didn't hear what I'm about to say, at least 50 of them, half, would have said this. Now, you ready? You can stay home, take care of your family in your home, and get paid to do it. Because we did get money. I know a lot of you are going to pretend like you didn't cash that check that, you shouldn't have cashed, because especially if you hate Trump. Let's not kid each other. If you do not like Trump, you hate everything he stands for, you wish him dead and all your weird shit, you shouldn't have cashed that check. But let's just pretend, anyways. So here's the thing. Now, this is the part that baffles me more than anything, right? This is the part that makes all of this so confusing, because people have become so fucking anal and lost their fucking minds. We don't know what direction to go. Because you got the mayor saying she's going to arrest us, and you're telling us that's unlawful fucking, that they cannot do that. It's against our Constitution. Okay? But when we're trying to do things that are within our Constitution, you're also complaining. Now, you would have said, no problem, send me home. But now that you're home and getting paid to be home to save America, you're pissed off and you want to blame Trump. You want to yell at Trump. Now, if he would have done this without a pandemic, if he'd have said, hey, listen, you can go home, fix your house, get your house right for a couple of months, we'll give you $2 fucking grand, $2,400 or $1,200, whatever it is to, survive, that kind of deal. Get your shit right, man. Do what you got to do. Just don't go outside for 2 weeks. At the very least, 2 weeks, don't go outside. Here's some money, here's stuff to do. We would have said, cool. Fucking A right. Just think about that. Because I know you're going to pretend like you wouldn't have, but you would have. 60% of America probably would have if we would have took this little vote in the hood. So let's not kid each other, first off. Okay, if you wanted to make it 80%, you go into the hood, 80% of the fucking hood would have said, fucking A right, man. Keep me home. Give me my video game. Give me my snack. I'm good. We'd have done it. Rich people do it all the time because they don't have to leave and they got their shit in order. But we're nuts. We took this and went a whole nother direction, which doesn't make very much sense and confuses a lot of fucking people. We're actually pissed because we're home, getting paid to be home, and we're not making millions of people sick. See, it depends on who's telling the story, is what it is. Because I could have anybody, about 5, 6 different people with a whole different splash of wit and ideals, and change this story so many times it's ridiculous. You know it, I know it. So it's what you take in and how you want to take it in. That's really what it comes down to. I know we blame Trump, and we blame Gaetz, and we blame... No, fuck that. I blame Joy. Joy Behar, that's the rottenest rat-like woman on the face of the earth to me. I think she's a disgusting... hate monger, just a rat individual. She should not have a TV show, and she should not be on TV in general. She spews hate every chance she can. And it's not even real hate. It's hate because she doesn't like the situation. Not because the world doesn't, because she doesn't. She's going to make other people think things they shouldn't because that's what she thinks. She's a rotten individual. And I know there's more rotten people than her, but I'm just telling you. This woman does it with a smile. Will lie right to your face. When you give her something that is completely opposite of what she's saying and shows her that she's wrong, then she'll find another way to tell you you're wrong. Or she'll walk off stage with Whoopi. She is a rat. I dare The View to put me on their show. But anyways... we're nuts. I wish I had wow. Then you just don't give a shit. You'll care about dumb things like this. We can't wait to see Trump yell at fucking anybody. Whatever. We laugh and giggle until it's somebody we like. Then it's a problem. Even if it's correct, it's a problem. Even if the reason he's yelling has real basis, it's a problem because it's somebody you like. It doesn't matter if the person you like did something wrong because it's feelings over facts. I've explained this a lot, but I have to keep showing you because people are too stupid to think on their own and actually see it. Even on video, you can't accept it. They'll show you real stats. They'll show you real things. And you'll sit there and go, no, that's imaginary because I don't like it. You fucking nuts. What? But yeah, I got to tell you, man, the ignorance of some fucking people. You know, here's a good one, too. I was thinking about this the other day because I keep telling people how rotten they've become and how they teach other people to be as rotten as they possibly can. And I know the elderly think they're like exempt from this because they're doing everything right because they're old now and they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know, I was sitting in a restaurant one day with my wife and my son, And at the time, my son was about, 12, something like that, 12. So I'm at Steak and Shake, and I'm getting ready to eat my breakfast, I hope. And as I'm sitting there trying to eat my breakfast and enjoy my family time, I got two old couples, four older people, about 60, 70 years old, and they're bitching about every fucking aspect of life. They're talking about lawyers and car salesmen and how rotten they are, and all these rats in the world, and yada, 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 yada. But they're not explaining that they're not all rats. See, they're trying to take their experiences and things that they didn't like and then make other people be mad about them too, is what they're really trying to do. I know that sounds fucking nuts, but that's what they're doing. So I finally had enough, and I told my son, I said, listen, don't get nervous. I said, I'm going to talk a little loud, but there's a reason for it. And please don't get nervous. And my wife was already nervous. So I made sure I said loud enough. I said, now, son, when we're out here at these restaurants and these different places, people are going to say different things that aren't going to make sense. I said, like, take these two older couples here. They're going to tell you how lawyers are rotten and cops are rotten and all these different things are rotten. But here's the funny part, son, is the thing they're not explaining why they're ranting and raving in front of all these other kids, too. I said, what they're forgetting to say is, if you needed a car salesman, they know a real good one. If you need an officer, they know a real good one, even though they all suck. And if you need a lawyer, these four people who are sitting here whining and crying like they're 10, they would know a good one. They're trying to take their experiences, their bad day, and put it on you so you feel bad about what happened to them too. They want the whole world to know they had a bad day is what the problem is. Well, let me tell you, these four people stood up and they were not very happy. And I'm pretty sure they said things about me that weren't right, maybe. Maybe they went to the car and they said, we messed up. I don't know. Listen, I'm going by, and I don't want to, listen, I'm telling people to think differently, and I'm not going to think differently. That doesn't work either. I don't know what they did that day when they left. I know they had very dirty looks on their faces, and if they could have shot daggers out of their eyes, I think I would have gotten cut on the way out when they were leaving. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I was wrong, or do you think they were wrong? I think it depends on who's telling the story. I think somebody will sit down and tell you it's a public place. If they want to talk about public things, well, that's just the way it is. Some people will say, hey, it's a public place, but people are supposed to have common courtesy and look around for the younger cat and make sure they're not ruining somebody's life because they had a bad day. It all depends on who's telling the story, kids. But the bottom line of it is, it doesn't seem like a lot of people are picking the right choices on these stories they want to tell and which ones are the good ones or the bad ones. They only tell what they want to tell. That's our fake media. That's our politicians. That's our structure in general. We only tell you what we want you to hear. We don't tell you what you should hear on both sides of it, the good and the bad. I don't know why. Somehow after like 1975, 76, it all started to disappear. By the 90s, it was damn near gone. And once 2000 hit, everybody lost their fucking minds. I don't know what happened in the year 2000, but everything became damn near facts were gone. Feelings were everything. It makes no sense. Now listen, here's something I want you people to do today. Anyone that's listening to this and actually gives a shit about being the rat person instead of being the better person, this Facebook thing. I like Facebook. I get it. You get to see people you ain't seen in years. You get to see if you really liked them and if you really should have wanted to date them and all that good stuff. And, if there's reunions and all the good stuff. I get it. You get all the gossip in one place. I get it. It's a good time. But when you guys are using these things, remember, these are your friends you're fucking yelling at. Okay? President Trump will only be President Trump for a certain amount of years. Even if he goes as far as he can go with the presidency, it's only for so many years. So when you're canceling friends because they have an opinion that doesn't agree with yours, so you're going to be a little rat and just say, well, fuck you, buddy. You don't think like me, I ain't fucking hanging out with you or talking to you no more. Because a lot of you people did that in this election. More than any election ever, have you fucked over your friends, your family members, your neighbors, your kids, and then you tried to say how the person you're mad at is the worst person. You're trying to explain Trump's a bad person. But you're explaining it when you're the motherfucker who hears there's a pandemic and runs out and buys anything and everything you can just to have it so your neighbor doesn't have it, so the kids down the block don't have it, so the kids your kids go to school with can't wipe their own ass because you want to make sure you made it hard for them. Fuck them. You're not calling them up to share what you've obtained. You're not trying to call them and say, hey, I've got like 50 fucking rolls, man. 50 packages of 12 rolls. So if you want to buy a couple of these at the regular price before they try to gouge you. No, we weren't doing that. We were hoarding it as fast as we could and fucking over anyone that was in our path. Because that's what Americans do now. Think about that. I'm going to pause for a second. Think about that. I know you just see it as taking care of yourself and your family, which isn't true because you and your family couldn't use 70 fucking rolls of toilet paper in a month if you wanted to. Unless you were toilet paper in every fucking house in town. That's the kind of rats we've become. Rotten, ignorant. We don't give a fuck about anyone but ourselves. Just think about that. We're rotten. We cover it with other things. We say we're doing something different than what it is. I mean, we give it good titles and good excuses, but we're in a world now where we could literally do something wrong. We will tell you, yeah, I know I did something wrong, but then we'll give you an explanation on why it was okay for us to do something wrong. Just think about that. That's the feelings over facts problem. We could literally do something wrong, know it's wrong, but tell you why it's okay we did it because we have a feeling that we have to just take care of. Our feelings are much more important. Fuck the facts. I can't take it no more. We're nuts. All right, cats. At the end of the show, as always, I will have this and I will ask you to send in ideas, feedback, anything you want to mention, anything you think I should mention. Your ideas will keep me going, and I appreciate everything, and I appreciate you guys listening today. As always, stay kind, stay nice, stay observant, man. Look around. That's all I ask. Look around. See if you think things are as running as smoothly as they should be, is my question. Are you really just looking around, though? Not because somebody told you. Keep it real. All right. Real Talk is on Talk Real Radio, and what I need to get these ideas and all these feedbacks is talkrealradio@outlook.com. Please send them in. We will listen and view everything. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
We talk
Real
we speak,
radio.
We say what's real.
On Talk Real Radio.
Real talk.
Real talk.
On Talk Real Radio.